Hi everyone, good evening. Rana sir is here. Today I am going to explain or teach you high school 10th class mathematics English medium based on NCERT pattern. Today I will start chapter number 2 polynomials. In this polynomial, I will explain the concept of polynomials in detail, and then each and every question of this chapter I will solve. First, I have to explain its concept, and then first I am going to introduce myself. My name is Rana Pratap Singh. My village name is Magikothiloa near Bhairavganj. My educational qualifications are first BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from ITM Gida Gorakhpur in 2010, and then second educational qualification is postgraduate program in Civil Construction Management from NICMAR Pune. NICMAR means that stands for National Institute of Construction Management and Research Center. I have completed in 2013, and then I have several experiences. Now in this time I am teacher of physics in Saryodaya Intermediate College, Parani Piparpati, Kushinagar. Now I am going to explain the chapter number 2. That chapter number 2 belongs to class 10th mathematics, whose name is polynomial. So I am going to explain what is the concept of polynomial. So the important instructions I am going to explain you, and you follow and you execute and maintain it with you. First information, that is instruction, is first you have to take one notebook with pen and properly you sit where you are available, and then you take the solution of each and every question properly. If I am writing heading of that chapter, that is polynomial chapter, you write there, and I am going to explain. You also write definition of that polynomials are information which I am explaining here. Okay student, so these are the guides and you have to follow. If you will follow, so all questions of the polynomial you can easily solve, and if any book you will take from any writer, you can also solve those questions. So these are the important steps and you have to follow it. Now I am going to explain it. Now I am going to start chapter number 2 polynomial. Polynomial. This is the chapter number 2, whose name is polynomial. So here I am going to write chapter number 2, whose name is polynomial. What is the concept of polynomial? I am going to write here. You write here of x, means x is the domain, and this domain value you are putting in a function, you will get the value of y, and you can write it an into x to the power n plus a1 n minus 1 into x to the power n minus 1 plus n minus 2 into x to the power n x to the power 2 plus dash, and you have to write a2 into x to the power 2 plus a1 into x to the power 1 plus a0 into x to the power 0. Student, here understand, you concentrate here, because I am going to give information. That information you have to note and fix in your mind. Here the suffix of n, a is written here n, and this is the same power. I am putting the variable x. Power of the variable x is n. Here I am writing a of n minus 1, means here the suffix of a is n minus 1, and same value I am putting on the variable x, n minus 1. Here will be n minus 2, so here I have written here 2, means here I will put n minus 0, so here I will put n minus 0, so 0 I have excluded here. So a of n, an into x to the power n plus an minus 1 into x to the power n minus 1. Here an minus 2 x to the power n minus 2 plus that dash plus a 2 x to the power 2 plus a1 into x to the power 1. Same power I am putting, same power. Here 2, here 2, here 1, here 1, here 0, here will be 0. The value of x to the power 0, it will become 1. So you can erase this one and you can put into 1. After multiplication of a0, it will become this one. So in the place of 1, I can put this one. Okay, student. So this is the general equation of the polynomial. I say this is the general equation of the polynomial. GENERAL, general equation of the polynomial. This is the general equation of the polynomial. Each and every student should remember this general equation of the polynomial. Student have to write in the left hand side, f of x is equal to an x to the power n plus an minus 1 into x to the power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 into x to the power n minus 2 plus dash plus a2 x to the power 2, a1 x to the power 1, a0 into x to the power 0. You can put the value of x to the power 0 is 1. So you can put a0 or a0 into x to the power 0, because it will have the value 1. Okay, straight. So this is called general equation of the polynomial. Now here I am saying n is the positive integer. X is the positive, n is the positive integer. Here n is the positive integer, and a0 comma a1 comma a2 comma dash comma an minus 1 comma an are the coefficients of the polynomial. These are the coefficients of the polynomial. Now again you listen, where n is the positive integer and a0, a1, a2 dash an minus 1 an are the coefficient of the polynomial. So this is the polynomial, and this is the polynomial, and a0, a1, a2 dash an are the coefficient of the polynomial. Now coefficient of the variable x, coefficient of the polynomial. In other words, we can also say that a0, a1, a2 dash an are the constant terms of the polynomial. Polynomial so has these value which known as constants of the polynomial. So student had to note this one. F of x is equal to this one, and this is the general equation of the polynomial, and where n is the positive integer. N is the here we can write where n is the positive integer and 0, 1, a1, a2, a3 dash an are the coefficient of the polynomial, and in other words you can say that constants of the polynomial. Coefficient of the x variable, coefficient of the polynomial, and also constants of the polynomial. Okay student, so I hope that you have noted this information on your notebook with pen. Okay, so if you are getting any doubt, any issue, so that issue you comment, so I will read that comment, and after reading that comment I will reply the answer of your questions. Okay students, so I am going to erase this one, and after erasing this one I will also explain the concept of degree of a polynomial. If any polynomial which is given, so we have to find the degree of the polynomial. How we will get the degree of the polynomial, I will explain one by one. Okay student, so already this information you have known, because in the left hand side I have written f of x, in the right hand side I have written an x to the power n plus an minus 1 into x to the power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 into x to the power n minus 2. Here certainly is same, I will put the value on the power x, same value I will put. So this will go up to 0. Here n is started from n and it will go 0. So this equation is called general equation of polynomial. Now here n is available, so here n I am saying this is the positive integer, and a0, a1, a2 up to an are the coefficient of the polynomial, and also it is called constants of the polynomial. Okay students, if any doubt, so you comment and I will reply your comment. Okay student, so I am going to explain this one, I am going to erase this one. After erasing this one I will explain the degree of the polynomial. Next topic is the degree of the polynomial. So student must to write degree of the polynomial. So next point I am going to explain what is the degree of the polynomial. So second next point I am going to write degree of a polynomial. Degree of a polynomial. If any polynomial is given, so there is a question, person is asking what is the degree of the polynomial, you have to explain. Now I am going to explain degree of a polynomial. That is, suppose that f of x, one function is given, f of x is equal to 3x power 7 minus 2x to the power 3 plus x plus 7. So this is the equation of polynomial, but here question is that you have to tell the degree of the polynomial. So answer you have to write like this. This is the polynomial. Yeah, this is a polynomial. This is a polynomial in variable x. See, this is a polynomial, but variable is here x. This is a polynomial in variable x, and it has power. It has power 7, because this polynomial has 1, 2, 3, 4 term. One term, second term, third term, and fourth term. So you have to write the degree of the polynomial, maximum power of the variable. So here maximum power of the variable, here you can write 1, and in the place of 1 you can put x to the power 0. So here degree of the polynomial is 0, but here degree of the polynomial is 1, and here degree of the polynomial, here degree of the variable, here polynomial is 1, but here degree of the variable is 0. Here degree of the variable x is 1. Here degree of the variable x is 3. But here the degree of the variable x is 7. So the degree of the polynomial, here question is asking, so you have to write degree of the polynomial which variable has maximum power. Maximum power is 7. Here maximum, here power is 3, here power is 1, here power is 0. But you have to write, in the case of polynomial, degree of the polynomial will be 7. You have to write the degree of the polynomial maximum power, that will be 7. So this will be answer. So if any polynomial is given, so you have to see the power of the variable and in each term. This is the first term, this is second, fourth, and this is third, and this is fourth. In all terms you count how much power is available. So maximum power will be the degree of the polynomial. Okay student, did you mind it? Okay, so I am going to erase this one, and other polynomial I am going to write, and you give me its answer. So I am going to erase this. So maximum power is 7. So maximum power I have written 7, and this is the polynomial, and it is available in the variable x. Therefore I have written this is a polynomial in variable x. In variable x, and it has power 7, that is it has maximum power 7, so its degree will be 7. Okay students, so I am going to erase this one, and other example I am going to write here, and you give its answer. So I am going to erase this. Here I am writing a function, and this function is available in y. So here I am going to write y to the power minus 5, y to the power 10 plus 7, y to the power 4 minus 3, y to the power 2 plus 5. So you tell me what will be the polynomial, what will be the degree of the polynomial, you give its answer. I am looking it in left of your answer. You give me the degree of the polynomial, you tell me what will be the degree of the polynomial. Okay, some people are saying the degree of the polynomial is 10. Okay, this term has the variable y and its power is maximum 10, and this is the variable y, it has power 4, and this is the variable y and it has power 2, but this is the constant term, and this constant term I can write 5 into 1, and in the place of 1 here the variable is available in the case of y, so here I will write y to the power 0 is equal to 1. So same variable I will consider here. So here I can write in the place of y 1, I can write here y to the power 0. So here degree of the polynomial, here degree of the this variable is 0, this variable is 2, this variable is 4, and this variable has 10. So degree of the polynomial will be maximum power of the variable. So maximum power is in this polynomial is 10. So I will write its answer like this. Answer I will write, this is a polynomial in variable y with degree with degree 10. So here I have written one polynomial, and that polynomial is in this form: g of y is equal to minus 5 into y to the power 8 plus 7 y to the power 4 minus 3 into y to the power 2 plus 5 into y to the power 0, means y to the power 0, that will be 1, that will be 1. If I will multiply 5 with 1, that will become 5. Okay student, so this variable has maximum power 10. So I will write this is a polynomial in variable y. In variable y with degree 10. Means it has maximum power 10. So degree of the polynomial will be 10. Okay student, any confusion? Okay. Now I am going to tell third example so that you can also understand it. And any questions which are given in the NCERT book, in that book you read, and each and every question related to degree of a polynomial you can solve easily. Okay student, if you are getting any confusion, so there you write comment and I will read that comment. After reading that comment, I will reply the answer of that question clearly, so that your mind will develop, update and develop properly. So third answer I am also going to explain. Third example. So this one I am going to also erase. Now if any other polynomial which is available in the form of t, so I will write here t to the power 3 minus t to the power 2 plus t minus 7. So you tell me what is the degree of the polynomial and what is the variable of this polynomial. So the variable is in the form of t and the maximum power is 3, because this term has power 3 and this term has power 2, but this term has power 1 and this term has power t to the power 0, it will become 1. So I can say that t to the power 1, that will be 1 multiplied by 7, that will be 7. So I can arrange like this. But here I will say this polynomial has maximum power 3. So degree of the polynomial, degree of a polynomial will be 3. So answer I am going to write, and according to this way you have to write answer of such polynomial in your copy like this. This is a polynomial in variable t. Here t is a variable, so variable, one example I have given you, the variable of t, variable of that function is x and then y, and also I am going to write here the variable t. So this is a polynomial in variable t with degree 3. So this will be your answer. So this is the important information, and such information always asked in your exam or question in your exam. And first of all, you have to recognize which is the polynomial and which is not polynomial. So I have given for each and every information. You can observe and look the power of the polynomial, the maximum power of the polynomial, the maximum power of variable will be the degree of the polynomial, maximum power of the variable will be the degree of the polynomial. Already you have to know it, but you note one information: if the power of the variable will be positive integer, means will be positive. If the power will be negative, so that is not polynomial. So I am going to also give the example which is not polynomial. if polynomial is available, it means that the power of the variable must be positive. The power of the variable must be positive. I am enforcing here so that you cannot do any mistake, because the power of the variable you have to take positive. If the power of the variable will be negative, so it means that that is not a polynomial. So already I have given you the power of the polynomial is from 0 to plus infinity, but it will be minus, so that will not a polynomial. I am going to also give the example of not polynomial. So this is the degree of the polynomial, you know, and you any polynomial is given, so degree of the polynomial you can easily tell. But I am going to say another example which is the polynomial and which is not polynomial. Okay students, so you concentrate here and you give the information. I am asking question, you decide which is a polynomial or not. Which is a polynomial or not? Question is that one, f of x is equal to x to the power 5 plus x to the power 2 plus 1 upon x to the power 3 plus 3. You tell me this is the polynomial or not. If this is the polynomial or not, you have to consider each and every variable in the numerator. If the variable is available in the denominator, you put it numerator. So the power of the variable you will know, and if the power of the variable is negative, so that is not polynomial. That is not a polynomial. If the power of variable will be positive, so you have to take maximum power of the variable. That will be the degree of the variable. That is the degree of the polynomial. So now I am going to arrange it in numerator form. X to the power 5 here, x to the power 2 plus here x to the power 3 is available. I can write it x to the power minus 3, because you already read in the class 9 x to the power m. I will put it in numerator, it will become x to the power minus m. So this information, this concept I am using here, and with this concept I can write this one. So in the place of this one I will write x to the power minus 3 plus here is constant is 3. So here this term has power positive plus 5, and here x has power plus 2, but here x has power minus 3. So degree of the polynomial is always positive. So we will say that this is not a polynomial, and here x to the power will be 0. You consider, you already know, you can say here this x has power 0. So here is minus. If any term is available negative, so I will say this fx. Here I will say fx is not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial. So if the power of the variable is available negative, so that will not a polynomial. So fx is not a polynomial. If power is positive, so I will take the maximum degree of the variable. I will take maximum power of the variable, and that will be the degree of the polynomial. So here minus is available. This variable has minus power, so I will say this is not a polynomial. Okay student, if any confusion, so you comment and I will reply that message. Okay, so this is the one question, and you write on your notebook, so you can easily understand. Now I am going to another example, so that in variety of question I will give example a variety of question. With those questions you can evaluate, you can remove your hesitation. Okay student, so I am erasing this one. Another example I am going to give you. If f of y is equal to 5y to the power 8 plus 3 divided by root y plus y to the power 3 plus 4. This is a polynomial or not polynomial. Okay student, so you have to solve this one. You have to solve this one. Here I am going to write this one. Here 1 divided by 1, 3 divided by, here it is 3 divided by root y. So I can write this one 3 divided by y to the power 1 by 2, because you know that the value of root is written 1 by 2. So here the power of y I can write 1 by 2. Okay student, and in previous question already I have told you, if x to the 1 divided by x to the power m, and I will put x in numerator, so it will be written as x to the power minus m, x to the power minus 1. I will use this concept here, and after using this concept and this concept I can write this one like this. So it will become 3 into y to the power minus 1 by 2. Okay student, in next step here I can write 5 into y to the power 8 plus 3 into y to the power minus 1 by 2 plus y to the power 3 plus 4. Okay student, and in the left hand side I will write y of f of y. In the left hand side I will write f of y. So f of y is equal to 5 into y to the power 8 in plus 3 into y to the power minus 1 by 2 plus y to the power 3 plus 4. Okay student, so in each term you have to consider the power of the variable. Here variable is y and its power is 8, but here variable is y and its power is minus 1 by 2. If a polynomial which is available, so that polynomial has each and every term positive. The power of each and every term has positive. So here negative is available, so it is not a polynomial. Now this variable has power 3, but this is a constant, and this constant has in power 0, because in the place of 4 I can write 4 into 1, it will become 4, and in the place of 1 I can write y to the power 0. In the place of 1 I can write y to the power 0. It means that this term has variable y, but it has power 0. The value of y to the power 0, it will become 1. Okay student, so a polynomial will be, a function will be polynomial when that function has power positive. That function has power 0 to positive, 0 to positive, 0 to plus infinity means plus infinity, because you have to take domain 0 to plus infinity. But here this polynomial has power negative. This function has power, this function has variable y, and it has, and some variable has power positive and some variable has power negative. So if any term has negative power, so that is not a polynomial. So its answer I will write this is not a polynomial because it has power negative. I will write answer like this. This is a polynomial. This is a polynomial. This is a polynomial but not has a power. This is a polynomial. This is a polynomial, but this is not a polynomial. Some person is calling. I need to. Okay. This is not a polynomial. Here I will write this is not a polynomial. Who is calling? Okay. Now here I am writing this is not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial because some term has power of the variable is negative. So power of the variable will be positive and maximum power of the variable will be the degree of the polynomial. Okay, student. So you can write like this. If any term which has negative power, so that is not polynomial. If each and every term has positive power, and we have to consider maximum power of the variable, that will be the degree of the polynomial. Okay, student, I hope that you know it very well. Okay, student, so I am going to request one thing. If this video you are getting good, you are feeling good and you are getting good concept, so you like this video more and more, and you subscribe this video more and more, and you share this video with your colleagues, friends, and also students, so that students can update and develop their knowledge, and they can take good marks in your exam. Okay, student, so I'm going to explain another topic. So first topic I have explained what is the polynomial, and second topic I have also explained degree of a polynomial, and questions are also I have explained in different way how you will judge here, you will judge or decide given function is a polynomial or not, given information is a polynomial or not. If power of the variable will be positive and maximum power of variable will indicate that is maximum, and power is positive, each and every variable has power is positive, and power is positive, and then power is positive and maximum power of variable is the degree of the polynomial. But if any term which has negative power, in this case I will say that is not a polynomial. Okay, students, so function can be in the form of x, in the form of y, in the form of t, in the form of u, in the form of v, from a to z, any form that will be available, and you can decide very well. Okay, student, so I am going to erase this one, and next topic I am going to explain. Okay, student, you properly write each and every term, and then if you are getting any confusion, so you write comment, and I will see comment, and then I will explain each and every point of your question in detail. So next point I am going to explain if any polynomial is available, so kinds of polynomial, types of polynomial. Next point I am going to explain types of polynomial. Types of polynomial. Types of polynomial. Students, you like this channel, subscribe this channel, and also you share these videos with your colleagues, friends, and students, so that they can update and develop their minds on this topic, and also you write each and every step on your notebook, and you revise, and where you are getting any trouble you comment, and I will see your comment, and I will explain each and every topic in detail. Now I am going to explain about the concept of type of polynomials. How many types of polynomials are available, and in my syllabus also. So each and every polynomials which are available in my course I will explain, and also I will solve some questions which are related to this. Okay, student, so there are many types of polynomial. Already I have written a general form of polynomial f of x is equal to an x to the power n plus an minus 1 into x to the power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x to the power n minus 2 plus dash up to a2 x to the power 2 plus a1 x to the power 1 plus a0. So these are the informations which are available in the general equation of the polynomial. Already I have explained. Now I am going to explain type of the polynomial. So type of the polynomial I have to explain. First is the linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. What is the definition of a linear polynomial? I will explain it. A polynomial which has power x, a polynomial which is available in variable x and which has power 1, that is called linear polynomial. And in other words, we can say that a polynomial is degree 1. A polynomial which has degree 1, that is called a linear polynomial. So its definition I am going like a polynomial which has degree 1, which has degree 1 is called linear polynomial. A polynomial which has degree 1 is called linear polynomial. Suppose that in the general form I have written f of x is equal to ax plus b. This is a linear polynomial. This is a linear polynomial. F of x is equal to ax plus b. This is a linear polynomial because it is a polynomial which has power maximum 1. Here I can write in the place of this one, I can write here x to the power 0, because here this one I am going to write here b is available. I can write b is equal to b into 1, because if I will multiply b with 1, that will become 1 b. So in the place of 1 I can write here variable is available x. So here I will write in the form of x. So b into x to the power 0. So here I have written b into x to the power 0. So this is a polynomial which has maximum power 1. This variable has maximum power 1, but this variable x has maximum power 0. So by power 0. So maximum power in whole variable will be 1. So a linear equation, here I have written definition of linear polynomial is linear polynomial, that is a polynomial which has degree 1. Here degree is available 1. Each linear polynomial is called linear polynomial. Here I will write each called linear polynomial. Each called linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. So in the case of linear polynomial, definition is very simple. A polynomial which has degree 1 is called linear polynomial. This is the example, that is here I am writing it, that is f of x is equal to ax plus b to dx, because here I have written power x to the power 1 and b into x to the power 0. It will become 1. I can write it ax plus b. Ax plus b. This is the general equation of the polynomial. This I will say this is the general equation of the polynomial. Here I am writing general equation of the polynomial. General equation of the polynomial. So general equation of the polynomial is very simple and you have to know very well, because a linear equation is a variable that has power 1. Here fx is also written as y. So this is the function, and this function has one domain and one range. Domain is x and the range is y. So f of x is equal to ax plus b. So this is the general equation of a linear equation in one variable, in two variables. One is x, that is the domain, and other is y, that is f of x is also written as y. So this is the range. This will lie on the y-axis and this will lie on the x-axis. So with the graph I will also explain in detail when I will solve question which is related to linear polynomial. Okay student, so next I am going to explain quadratic polynomial. So next topic I am going to explain quadratic polynomial. So here I am going to erase this data. After erasing this data I will write quadratic polynomial. Second point is quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. What is the definition of quadratic polynomial? We have to explain here in detail. Quadratic polynomial. I will write a polynomial. A polynomial which has degree 2. A polynomial which has degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. A polynomial which has degree 2. A polynomial which has degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. For example, I am going to say f of x is equal to a x to the power 2 plus b x plus c, where a cannot be 0, because a will be 0, so this term will be 0, so this will be a linear equation, and linear equation I will say this term has power 1 and this term has power 0, so this is a linear polynomial. This will become a linear polynomial. But here I have to explain quadratic polynomial, therefore this term cannot be 0, therefore I am writing here a cannot be 0. Okay student, so this is a general equation, general polynomial. This is a general polynomial, it has power maximum 2. This is a variable x and it has maximum power 2. So this is a quadratic polynomial. Okay student, so here this fx sometimes it is written y. So y belongs to y-axis and x belongs to x-axis. So the value of x is called domain and the value of y is called range. Okay student, if you are getting any confusion, so write comment, so I will explain your issue. Okay student, so sometimes f of x I write y. Okay, so if anyone will say what will be the value of a, b and c, what will be the value of a, b and c? Now here I will write its value will be minus infinity to plus infinity, but here a I cannot take 0 because a will be 0, so this polynomial will become a linear polynomial, so quadratic polynomial will not exist. Therefore here I am including in this domain a cannot be 0. Okay student, so I hope that you have known very well about the quadratic polynomial. Okay, so after this I am going to explain about quadratic polynomial. That will be the question number 3. So student, I hope that already you have written these information on your notebook for your revision. Okay student, you concentrate on it very well. Okay student has only quality for reading positively, talking positively, and doing each and every term positively. Okay student, so you have to write it properly and you have to read it properly. If you are getting any confusion, yeah, any problem, so you comment and I will see and read your comment and then I will reply. Okay student, so I am going to erase this one. After erasing this one, I will write here third, that is the cubic polynomial. Okay students, you also like this channel, subscribe this channel, and after subscribing you share this channel with your friends, colleagues and students, so that they can also update and develop knowledge on this topic. Therefore I am going to explain now topic number 3, that is the cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. This is the free online coaching classes, and each and every student has to attend from 10 past to 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay student, always I will present and I will explain each and every chapter in detail, and I will solve each and every question from NCERT books. Okay student, and we will explain each and every topic without any fail. Okay student, so this is the cubic polynomial. In the case of cubic polynomial, I am going to give its example in detail. A cubic polynomial, here I will write a cubic polynomial. A cubic polynomial which has power 3. A cubic polynomial which has power 3 is called cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. If a cubic polynomial which has power, yeah, I can say that here a polynomial. Here I will write a polynomial which has power 3. A polynomial which has power 3 is called cubic polynomial. Yeah, a cubic polynomial which has power 3. That is also good definition, but you have to write a polynomial which has power 3 is called cubic polynomial. For example, I am going to write here for example. For example, f of x is equal to a3 x to the power 3 plus I will write abc. So a x to the power 3 plus b x to the power 2 plus c x to the power 1 plus d plus d. So this is a polynomial which has maximum power 3, because here one term, second term, third term and fourth term. So this term here written a x power 3. Here a is the coefficient of the variable x cube. A is the coefficient of x cube, means a is the coefficient of x cube. Here b is the coefficient of x square. Here c is the coefficient of x, and here d is the constant. Here d is available. You can easily write d is equal to d into 1. You can write easily. Here variable is available x, so here in the place of x you can write d into x to the power x to the power 0. The value of x to the power 0 will be 1. So here you can write in the place of d into x to the power 0. So the variable the power of the variable will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So maximum power of the variable will be 3. So this polynomial has degree 3. So if any polynomial which has degree 3, so that polynomial is called cubic polynomial. Any issue? Okay. So all these informations I have explained about polynomial, and you note each and every topic in detail as per given information, and you read properly. If you are getting any confusion, so you write message, yeah, you write comment. I will see your comment and I will reply in detail. So you will not any confusion regarding polynomial chapter. And one thing more, in the class 10th mathematics book, I have explained one chapter, that chapter name is number system, and chapter name is real number. In number system, chapter name is real number. Already real number I have explained. You can read it from the live video, and if you are needing it, so any Sunday you will say I will explain that topic in detail on Sunday on Sunday. Okay, so polynomial in next day means tomorrow I will continue from after cubic polynomial, and when theory of the polynomial will be completed, then I will solve each and every question from the book continuously. Okay student, if you are getting any trouble or problem, so you write comment and I will see comment and I will reply. Okay student, so I am going to request you to like this channel, subscribe this channel, and also you share these videos and this information to your college friends, so that they can also update and develop their minds on this topic. Okay student, thank you. I will meet with you next day at same time 10 past to 7 p.m.